Hey everybody, welcome back to ESA Summer Online. I'm Zonorous, like mentioned at the end of the last run. I will be taking over as host for the next 3 games here. Just as a reminder, if you just tuned in, like literally 2 minutes ago, we are ESA Summer Online. We are raising money for the Swedish national charity organization Alzheimerfonden. If you want to donate, you can find it either below the stream or by typing exclamation donation in the chat. And now, without further ado, give it up for Msushi and his Portal 2 solo co-op run. So take it away, and good luck and have fun.
Awesome, thank you, Zoranus. So the first thing I'd like to talk about super quick is what is solo co-op? For those not familiar, Portal 2 has a cooperative campaign. It's really great. Play with a buddy. I don't have a buddy. Yeah, no, we don't need to dwell on that at all. But I'm a little bit alone tonight, but that's okay, because we're going with the split screen, and this is quite literally the opposite of 2P 1C. It's more like 1P 2C. Right here, I'm controlling the screen on the right. I hit a button, I'm controlling the screen on the left. So I'm using one keyboard, one mouse, but we're switching control of what robot we are controlling. And using that, we're going to try to solve the entire cooperative campaign. One thing super quick I want to talk about is that this run, you can see we already have everything unlocked technically. We are using cheats because the console command that switches between the 2 robots is actually cheat protected. But I promise that's the only cheating we're going to be doing, okay? So that's really all I have to do to cover my bases. We're going to go to the calibration course, and we'll start the run in just a second. Alright, so there's a small cutscene, but I'm going to skip this one. So we'll start the time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
By the way, I would offer to play with you, but you're probably off faster without me.
Yeah. It's always fun to play Portal 2 with some other players, but
please wave to your partner.
It is kind of fun to play by yourself sometimes. So, obviously, Portal 2 co-op, we have our ping tool. If I ever need to tell myself what I need to do, I can show it with my other half of my brain, I guess. Not very useful, but we'll get into it. Again, Portal 2, we have bunny hopping. It's pretty nice. We can bunny hop some gaps, and it just generally is a lot faster than walking.
Interesting choice.
So coming up here, we're gonna get the portal gun. Normally, the game would have us use our ping tool, but instead, we're just gonna bunny hop the gap. And almost as if I'm racing with myself, GLaDOS is telling me which robot is better, which is great. This campaign usually has a lot of cool humor in that usually around the 4th chapter, it tries to kind of get the 2 bots to hate each other, but it's kind of ironic when you consider that one person is controlling both of those bots. Anyways, I'm just going to continue off this calibration course. This testing is quite simple. There is a glitch coming up that we're going to do called a cube preserve. Oh, I need to be on blue here. So in co-op, just generally speaking, in comparison to the single-player Portal 2 campaign, everything kind of works a bit differently. One thing is, item physics work differently, so that if you look on the right of your screen, I can do this. Normally those destroy the cubes, but since the physics are just straight up different, if I crouch underneath the fizzler, the cube is actually underneath the fizzler. It's kind of in the floor, so as a result, it never actually goes through the fizzler. And we get to preserve it into the next level. It's pretty nice. I'm gonna use some taunts here. Ooh, that's unfortunate. GLaDOS here would normally make us high 5, but we do a air taunt, which is significantly faster. Because it's just a portion of time where we don't have control over our character. So if we're not gonna have control over our character, we'd prefer to have it for a very small amount of time, rather than a kind of significant amount of time. And by significant, I mean 2 seconds. The things speedrunners do. Don't get me started. Alright, now we're back in the lobby. The calibration course is basically the tutorial. We're going to be heading into course 1, team building. As, you know, the team chemistry isn't quite there, so we gotta work on it just a tad. We're gonna select the first level, and then we're gonna go right into it. So one thing you'll notice in a lot of these levels is that there are testing mechanics that are meant to be used by 2 players. And believe it or not, despite having access to 2 players, we're going to try to use 1 player as much as possible. There are a couple of levels in this where we literally only use 1 robot, and it's quite entertaining. But that's for a later portion. The first couple of chambers are quite simple, just standing on some buttons, going through some doors, shooting some portals. You know, just some good old Portal gameplay. So, these kind of small elevators, so there's cute little downtime in between levels. But going into this next level, you'll see what I mean, where elements of levels that are supposed to be completed by 2 players are completed by 1. So here I just have to open this door for myself, just like that. And then I will shoot a portal so that I can travel through. You know, the pronouns don't really help, but regardless here, there are 4 buttons in this chamber that we have to press on a timer. But if we're really fast, we can press all of them with 1 robot. Just like that. Again, normally you're supposed to do that so 1 robot presses 2 buttons and you guys, you know, share the job. Woohoo, teamwork. I don't really care about teamwork. I mean, I'm just 1 guy, so it's not really a talent I need to have. They're just gonna keep cruising through into the next chambers. Here in this chamber, we're gonna aim some lasers. We're gonna have orange put this portal here. Blue is gonna finish the laser sequence. And after blue goes through the door, orange is gonna be able to come through with the cube. And we're gonna do another one of those cube preserves, but this time instead of stuffing the cube into the floor, we're gonna stuff it into the ceiling, is what we would do. Unfortunately, we did accidentally fizzle the cube, which isn't that much of a setback. You can just get a new one. Again, maybe lost like 2 seconds. Again, the things speedrunners do for time save. But then again, those 2 seconds might matter in the end, and just like a $2 donation might matter in the end, so. Again, ESA, great cause, in case you're not aware of that yet, so I'm sure you are. You know, just putting that out there, but going to the next level, we're gonna play a game of rock, paper, scissors. I'm really rooting. I think I'm pretty good at rock, paper, scissors. I've never lost before.
I don't know what you think you are doing.
Alright, and you can see there, I won. Very clearly. I won, so that's awesome. This is the rat maze. Normally 1 player controls these platforms and the other player controls, well, 1 player is actually in the maze. I am both of those players, so usually it's quite funny because there's a lot of risk of crushing your teammate. But obviously I would never do that to myself because I am a nice caring partner.
While it may appear that I am only tracking your accomplishments,
And once we get the cube out, activating the laser receiver is quite the easy fix to that closed door.
will be reflected in your final score. For instance,
And now GLaDOS is talking about how bad blue is doing, which is kind of funny because I think orange is doing just as well if you ask me. I really can't tell the difference between the players, but maybe you guys can, I'm not sure. Alright, and here's where bunny hopping comes to fruition because there is a gap in this chamber. And speedrunners like to bunny hop gaps. So just like that, we can skip over the puzzle element. We can grab the cube just for style points, but we're not going to be using it to aim any lasers, let me tell you that much.
You have a gift for these tests. That's not just flattery. You are great at science.
And we'll get back into the elevator real quick. The next level is the last level of the course, or the chapter. In these levels, you're normally behind the scenes, you know, outside the testing track. And the goal is to put a disc into what looks like a Wii. I think it's supposed to be an old CD player, but I like to call it a Wii. Blue is going to do all the work here. Normally, in these outside the level maps, there's the Wii, by the way. There are these 2 levers that you're kind of supposed to have both players hit in unison. But if you're just really fast with it, one player, with a flick of the wrist, can get both. Yeah, this is the Wii.
This absolutely meaningless test.
I mean,
Oh, I almost forgot.
it's definitely a DVD player, but I just feel like in the way it's oriented, it looks like a Wii.
Violently disassemble you. Then
Now Glaus talks for a bit. We can squeeze a quick donation in if we have any.
you don't feel pain.
Sure, we got one $30 here from Yero-chan saying, "Why I oughta, you punk, you punk, you punk, you punk, you punk." If you're confused by that, that is a reference to Mega Man X7, which is coming up in about 2-ish hours. And
Hey, you
they
guys are
put their,
Sorry.
they put their $30 toward the language choice in that game. Currently, English is winning. It just overtook Japanese. So if you want to hear that Japanese, get the donations in.
Yeah, you guys are gonna want to stick around for that run. Mega Man speedruns are really sick. So. Alright, now we're going into mass and velocity. This is gonna be a chapter comprised of a lot of momentum-based flings. The first one here, this one we just jumped through a portal. Just like that, with a bit of strafing. You're not supposed to make it like this, but we make it work. Right into the next level. Now we're gonna do what's called a reportal. By shooting a portal while we are in a portal, we normally gain a lot of speed. I missed it there, so I do a small fling. But hopefully Atlas will show us how it's done. Just like that. Can make quite the long jump over to that button. Get the ball. And just like that. Glowdus is gonna ramble for a couple more, not a couple more minutes, but like 30 seconds.
That's right. We're not humans. I can drop the fake praise. You have no idea how tiring it is to praise someone for placing an edgeless safety cube into a receptacle
Designed to exactly fit an edgeless safety cube. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't tell you when you learn the speedrun that a side effect is memorizing all of the dialogue. Kind of unfortunate, but oh well. We work with it.
Electrocuted.
This next level, we're gonna set one robot into position on this pad here. And we're gonna do an infinite fling to gain infinite momentum, which is more than enough to clear this gap, and rinse and repeat. And just like that, both robots are at the end.
Well done. Interesting note. I only created this test to watch test subjects fail.
Pretty spiffy.
You didn't. You must
I don't know why I just used the word spiffy, but I did. I am very, very proud. Yeah, so these next couple of chambers, we're using momentum in weird ways. In this next chamber, there's normally an infinite fling we have to do, but we're gonna skip that just with a very cheeky strafe jump. So we're gonna have Blue come over here, and Blue is gonna be our button buddy. He's gonna be stuck on this button for us. And now Orange is gonna come in here. Normally you're supposed to fling out that portal surface, but we can just barely hit the button there. And unfortunately for our button buddy, once I get this ball up here, it's gonna be the end of the road for him. So he's gonna take a quick little dip. It is a hot day, you know, here in... Honestly, no matter where you live, it's summer, it's August, it's pretty hot, so... It might be refreshing. I wouldn't know. I've never taken a bath in acid before. I think it would be rejuvenating in some ways, but personally not for me. Going forward, we're gonna do another infinite fling in this level.
Remember when I told you that you were the only
Place Blue on this pad, and Orange is gonna do all the busy work here, shooting some portals.
In direct competition with you. Don't worry, you are in the lead.
And just like that, the juggling test starts. GLaDOS drops 8 balls on us. Well, not 8, more like 5, but we only need 1.
2, 1.
Cool. This next chamber is pretty cool. And then again, what chamber isn't cool? Let's be honest. I mean, Portal 2 pretty sick, but this chamber in particular I like. There's a really cool swag shot I'm gonna go for in the middle room that you like won't even notice it if I hit it. It'll just look seamless. But here on Blue's screen, you're gonna see I'm gonna try to shoot a portal surface. It's gonna be visible for a couple of frames, but if I hit it, it'll be super seamless. I didn't hit it, that's fine. Maybe I'll give it one more go because it looks kind of cool. Not quite. Alright, so we'll do the normal strat. If I was pretty good, I'd land it on that surface, which is really hard to do in motion, but it is pretty cool, hence why I tried it a couple of times. Thankfully, Orange can come in and help us out, so we don't have to land the incredibly precise trick. And we'll go into this next part of the map, where we're just going to utilize air strafing, which gives us control in air, to just fling over to this part of the map, which happens to be the end. Fun fact about robots holding cubes, GLaDOS is telling us, or she's making fun of us for dancing, because normally that's where the game teaches you how to dance, but since one robot was holding a cube and one robot was doing an air taunt, you actually can't dance while you're holding a cube or taunting, so saves us a bit of time. Quite nice. This is probably one of the cooler things about co-op. Normally these things drop cubes, but why skip the middleman? So we're just gonna barge straight up into the cube dropper, take the cube by force. Basically, in co-op, grabbing things is much more lenient than it is in single player. That glitch where we grab the cube straight to the dropper is a co-op exclusive, so just by getting flung up by ricocheting off the robot or your partner and then just spamming the grab button on the dropper, you can pick it up.
But I find something troubling without the looming consequence of death. Is this even science?
Is this even science? It's a great question, GLaDOS. I'm not sure. I don't think you're meant to do the 2-player course with only one person, but we make do. We make do.
Your test times show you are going too slow.
I hear normally we'd have to hit 2 of these buttons, but hitting the same one twice does the same thing. Quite convenient. A quick reportal leaves us on just the aerial faceplate, zooming through the level. And there's actually a debug button right here, where if we press use on this point in the wall, I seem to be struggling to find it. The door will just open. Normally it's supposed to hit that button there, but for some reason, I believe it was a debug feature put in the game that was never removed. Makes it quite convenient for us, saves a bit of time. And now we're going on to the last level of Course 2. Again, these behind-the-scenes maps. We gotta find our Wii and put Super Mario Galaxy in it. So we'll get that done. Similar to how in the last level, we just grabbed a cube through a dropper. Here we're gonna grab a cube through a pipe. If the cube comes around, and there it is. Again, the robots don't have consideration for walls. They see a cube, they want it, they get it. I mean, who's the game to say otherwise? Normally you need 2 players here to hit these levers, but I am 2 players, even when I'm playing as 1, so I think the math checks out. And here is Super Mario Galaxy, here's our Wii. I don't think it's the best metaphor, but I just find it, like, tell me that doesn't look like a Wii, okay?
Well, I do need you to be in the room so I can see them.
This is another great time for a donation if we have any.
Yes, we indeed have 2 donations here. So first of all, we have $10 by Tiluo 5458 saying, "Is it a good day to be a Msushi fan?"
Yes.
I personally say yes. You're doing great, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, we have a generous $50 donation by Anonymous with the comment, "Loving these portal runs." And both of these donations go towards the bonus Mario 64 16-star randomizer at the very end of the marathon. And yeah, just quick reminder, if you do donate, keep in mind that you can allocate your donation towards specific incentives or bid wars. Please do that. We still need to raise a pretty big amount for that bonus Mario 64 a bonus run. So make it happen, guys, because we all want to extend ESA longer, right?
Yeah, you guys are going to want to see that. If I have to wait here for half an hour going over estimate to get your donations in, and ESA hates me and never lets me run again, you know what? It'll be worth it, so get your donations in.
That's the spirit.
Going into this level, well, we actually just finished the level, but again, doing some air strafing off of this aerial faith plate makes it quite easy to manipulate the test chamber. And we're off to the next one already. This one is personally one of my favorite because it's not very glitchy. It's a really cool skip, really with just thinking with portals. By shooting the bottom portion of the bridge here, we're actually able to gain enough height to peek a portal into the second part of the chamber. So see how that orange portal, or not orange, but red portal shot by blue is all the way down. And as a result, blue can snipe a portal shot off to the end of the chamber. And now we have a clear shot over to the door. After some bunny hopping, here we are. And we did do very well.
This test because they said it was too deadly. I thought they would have moved it into the testing track Hall of Fame for that, not let it deteriorate.
I guess for those who aren't familiar with Portal 2 or the single-player campaign, that's GLaDOS, the robot voice that's talking to us. She normally talks a lot about dissing the test subjects, but since we're robots, we kind of don't care.
One of my best.
No emotions, right?
Plants grow here.
That's okay. We'll get the blue robot here set up over this sphere dropper here to pick it up.
Never showing pain nor fear.
And then orange will follow suit. Here's again one of my more favorite speedrun strats. This isn't even a glitch, it's just thinking with portals. By grabbing this bridge here, shooting it at an angle, we can beautifully reflect off of it into the end. Just like that. It looks really cool. That is not the way you're meant to solve it, but gosh, it's pretty creative.
This test. A reward for testing. At least the plants didn't want a reward.
Make sure to stay hydrated, of course. Wouldn't want to faint on the testing track. That would be quite unfortunate.
I created this test to let the humans feel
This
good
chamber?
about themselves.
Some quick portals.
Easy.
Jumping off over the bridge, because we're Daredevil. We're living life on the edge. And ain't nothing ever gonna bring us down, so...
I'm sorry. The arrows seem to have rusted.
Quite easy.
Good luck.
Barely making onto that, okay. And speaking of jumping over stuff, we're gonna set up a bridge right here. And we're gonna jump over some stuff by just doing a small b-hop here. We circumvent that entire test. Get right to the ending door. There's this whole cool fling section here. You fling off of this from here. It's kind of slow, so guess it gets the boot for the speedrun, unfortunately.
One test subject even had the nerve to call it broken.
Coming up next here, I am sorry. We're gonna go out of bounds for 1 second. I'm gonna ask anyone under the age of 18 to look away from the screen. I'll tell you when it's safe. Just don't look. You don't want to see it.
For this next test, the humans
Okay, it's done. It's done. Nothing ever happened. We're playing Portal 2. Blue's gonna catch himself at the bridge here. Awesome. And Orange's gonna follow suit. And that's the first part of that chamber. Coming in now here. We're gonna do another kind of creative strat. This bridge apparatus here that's barely on the edge, or we can barely get on the edge of it here and shoot a portal on that slanted surface, which just about solves the test chamber for us. Quite convenient. Orange will come in, tagging along like he's done all the work when he's just really the freeloader.
To try
So.
and make this course more exciting, I asked the reassembly machine to not reassemble you. He refused. I understand. That would be like asking me not to test.
And onward we go.
Exciting.
Now we're gonna get a couple more turret-based chambers. Turrets will obviously shoot you, and they don't kill you because robots just get reassembled, but
This is a bridge
I suppose
exercise.
the terminology is
Humans were miserable.
dying. But thankfully for us, we're gonna use these bridges here to cleverly block the turrets. I need to shoot a left-click portal, and we're blocking off all of these columns now. They barely get a couple of shots on, but that's just fine. Nothing a bit of repair can't handle. I need to do this strat. There's a lot of multitasking in this room between using the wall and using the floor, so obviously I don't want to die to these turrets. So I take it very cautiously, and a lot of quick switching goes into this. I use both of my brain cells simultaneously to clear this one, so...
The humans must have reconfigured it from my original plans.
But just like that, we're through that level. We have one more turret level, and then we'll have that behind the scenes level. So we're looking good so far. Here, Atlas is gonna make a mad dash. There, that red laser is a turret. We're just gonna try to endure enough shots that before we die, we all pick him up first. And no, maybe we'll. He deserves a second chance, so we'll leave him there. Why not? I'm feeling like a generous god today. We're gonna use this bridge to block the turrets. And we're just gonna jump over. Gonna sabotage that turret just by basically jumping off of a roof and picking it up. Again, I'm feeling generous. Never mind, I am not. That turret kind of killed his buddy there because he pushed me into the fizzler, but
would have never completed them.
I guess true friendship.
Congratulations
You know?
on completing the broken, easy tests.
Would you, if you were a turret, would you die for your turret friend? It's a complicated question, but clearly that turret thought so. Coming to this next level, this will be the behind the scenes level, and this is going to be an Atlas exclusive. No Peabody here, no stupid orange robot when we have the blue robot.
The humans accidentally forgot to put a security.
So the first part of this room, we'd normally have the robots pass a ball to each other to block this laser here. But we're just going to shove it through the portal. Or we are not going to do that, so we'll get a new ball. Put it through, open this door, get some speed down this hallway. This is one of the cooler shots in the game. Normally you have to set up a super cool kind of fling block, where this ball is flinging out here and we need to block it. But if we perfectly cut the ball with this bridge, it'll just drop in its path. So you're going to specifically try to shoot this portal at the perfect time. It's going to get sliced in half, and it's going to drop. That was a bit too early. Let's try it once more. Perfect. It just falls right in its path. It loses all momentum. And again, we need 2 robots here, but I qualify as 2 people. And last but not least, a little bit of bunny hopping to seal the deal. Or not. Sliding off that bridge. Maybe Peabody will help. No, he's at the start of the level. He can't do anything. How useless. Honestly, I need to get a new partner. Gosh. I'm out here doing all of the work. Well, second try is the charm. We'll get our copy of Super Mario Galaxy, plug it in. Yeah.
In just a moment, the word
Great time for some donations again.
will be repeated over and over again.
Yeah, we got one here.
If at some point
We
you
got
feel
$20
rather
from
than
our good old friend Nordic Soy, who was hosting just before me, with the comment, just wanted to get one more donation in before I call it a night. Thanks everyone for your generosity, and let's break 50k before the end. And yeah, I can agree with that sentiment. We're currently a little bit over 40, and if we actually manage to reach that 50k, we would pretty much fulfill every single donation incentive, and maybe even a little bit more. So I know from the current standpoint, like 50k might seem a little bit much, but let me tell you guys, like every single amount counts. So just few $5 and we're getting like every single $5 donation will get us closer to that 50k. So let's make it happen, guys. That would be kind of a nice number to end the marathon on, like 50k. That's a great number. I'd like to see that. Would you like to see that too, Sushi?
Yeah, let's make it happen. Definitely. Anyways, back to After Science, where for some reason they have billions of dollars to spend on testing stuff. They have a zero gravity funnel. Conveniently for speedrunners, there's a glitch with these funnels. By crouching in them, the game will kind of still think we're in the funnel even though we're not. So once we leave them, we'll maintain the zero gravity states, and we're able to just fly to the end. I'm sure if Cave Johnson would be still alive, we could maybe get a couple $1 billion off of him for the marathon. We'd really exceed 50k, but unfortunately died in a moonrock accident. Something you really don't like to see, but we make do with what we have. I'm sure you guys will hit 50k no problem, so we don't even have to worry about resurrecting the dead. Dead fictional characters.
No, I can't bite my tongue anymore.
Going forward, course 4 here, if you listen to the dialogue, GLaDOS is trying to, like, cause conflict between the robots. Normally, if you play this with a co-op partner, two players actually hear different dialogues. Like, Blue will hear, like, Blue, you're doing such a great job, and Orange will hear, like, I hate Blue, Blue sucks, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Just a humorous thing to add. Since we're in solo co-op, we obviously can only hear one dialogue line, so we normally hear what's worse. Cool glitch here. By crouching... Oh, I'm gonna miss this, just barely, that's okay. By crouching in that funnel, we just get yeeted to the end. This is one thing in Portal 2, we just don't know how it works. It's only used on this and one other chamber, but it's just the big yeet. And GLaDOS doesn't trust the two of me together, so I don't... Clearly I'm having some internal trust issues, and my therapist here, GLaDOS, is diagnosing them. I don't think it's the best idea, but if it gets me through the solo co-op faster, then I guess we'll take it. Ooh, I barely missed that portal shot. Here we're gonna do some more funnel flying.
Sorry I missed the beginning of that test. I was just talking with the reassembly machine about your...
So we're going to wait, we're gonna crouch, and then we get zero gravity. Quite a simple formula. This glitch is actually pretty easy to do, and it's not even patched out. We play on the current patch that you have in your Steam client, so if you ever want to download it and impress your friends in co-op, this is a great way to do so.
Just to aggravate me.
But if you really want to impress your friends, let me show you this next level. It's a test chamber, but for speedrunners, it's more like a KZ map. You know, it's more like that CSGO 24/7 bunny hop server, because there's just a straight gap that we're going to try to clear using bunny hopping. And I'm going to have to do it twice, because I have two robots, so...
Orange's first cooperative partner.
Barely missing out that one, that's okay. Probably have to give it a couple of tries. There's Peabody. And if I can get it on Atlas, we should be doing good. Just like that.
Orange, to be clear, I was just asking Blue if he trusted you. I trust you. You are my favorite.
Here GLaDOS is saying she trusts Orange but not Blue, so she trusts me but not me. I really feel like multiple personalities are coming up, but I don't know how to deal with it, so I guess we'll just keep going faster. You know what's cool? Have I mentioned that you can get zero gravity from these excursion funnels? Because you can get zero gravity as these excursion funnels, and it makes a lot of test chambers pretty fast when you can just fly to the end. Let's let Orange off there, and while he's flying, Blue will follow suit. And just like that, we're at the end of the test chamber.
Do you feel betrayed by Orange for telling me those horrible things about you? If Orange had said those things about me, Orange would never make it to the next reassembly station.
And coming up on this next level, we're going to do a pretty cool fling that we're going to try and set up. We're going to try to have Orange, or Blue is going to hit off of Orange, and if it's all done right... oh, I want to switch robots.
Keep testing.
Have Orange stand right here. This is pretty brutal, so it might take a couple of tries. Oh, got on it first try, and now Blue will hit or Orange will hit off of Blue. Lots of colors. And just like that, take the funnel up to the end, and that's that test chamber. Why think with portals when we can think with robot bodies, I guess? Don't really have a creative slogan for that one.
I learned something important about trust and betrayal. Your brains are too small to feel.
And GLaDOS is calling my brain small.
So I can trust
this game was made in 2011, and they were ahead of like the brain small jokes like years ahead of its time. I mean, gotta give credit where credit is due. Alright, there's a big maze here. We are not going to do the maze because the prize is right there, and the edge of that grate isn't actually solid. So we're just gonna shoot the edge of it, and we'll bring up the cube, which is... It's, you know, you just turn it on and off again. That's really all it is. You just turn it on and off again. So, yeah, it's just that easy. Speedrunning is just like tech support. You know, if it doesn't work, just try it again, turn it on and off again. Maybe try a different USB port, I don't know. Restart Windows, update your drivers, things of that nature.
Before we can go any further,
That cube was vibing and chilling.
complete one more test outside of
Or
the
if
standard
just flip the
testing
USB switch,
Please
like
refrain from
180 degree. That sometimes solves
There
problems.
you go. I'm sure when you put our minds together, any tech problem can be solved. Speaking of problems, my nephew is trying to run Super Mario Galaxy on his Wii, but it's not working, so we gotta help him out.
accidentally disconnected
So,
from my grid.
let's go get that disc.
I am sure it was
This
just
is the last level of this
all
course,
those clerks.
and we're going to have Peabody come over here. Peabody is going to make a noble sacrifice as he's going to hit the bucket, but not first while shooting a portal that'll get Atlas almost at the end of the chamber.
Switch was down.
There's our vintage copy of Super Mario Galaxy for the Wii. I need to get some better Wii games, maybe like Wii Sports. But I feel like that would be better. But regardless,
Powered on the system.
my nephew is now happily enjoying his new game,
I can see
and we're just about getting back to the hub.
nothing bad happened.
So, you might not have noticed because I've been talking a lot, but there is a story that's starting to get introduced, which is that GLaDOS is getting bored of testing with the robots. Robots are boring, they die, and then they just come back. That's not fun. The stakes are always so low. Like, it's just not as fun, so GLaDOS really wants to get real humans for testing. And, we're gonna help her out with that.
This. It isn't even a
So we're going to Course 5, which is the old Aperture section of the test. And we're going to go into a vault that has a human stockpile. So once I get on this pad, we'll go right into it. And this course is also called Mobility Gels. That's where we get introduced to the blue and orange gels in co-op.
This final course is training to reach the human
So
vault.
get some gel on the floor here.
Actually has a purpose.
Get on the button so our partner can come over here.
Fun, but let's be honest.
Oh,
Plenty of
that's not what we
human
want.
subjects for it to
We
be
want to get on
science.
top of this. There we go. Hit the button. Multitasking. Whew. Working on it. Alright.
Congratulations on completing the
And by going through a couple of portals, we have completed the
Really are the
test.
best cooperative testing team I could ever ask for.
But yeah, this is the last course of the game. So, just keep that in mind. You only have so much more time to get your donations in.
About the humans. It seems some of the
And it's a long road to 5K, so, or 50K.
Imprison other humans and hide their tracks. I think they wanted to punish
Starting through
them.
here, we can shoot a portal through the floor,
Include them in
just
testing.
right there.
That's why
And
humans couldn't
because just the
complete
floor
these
isn't
tests.
solid to portal surfaces, which is
Preparing
interesting.
for human testing.
Regardless, we can get some gel in a sneaky spot, and by doing a bunny hop,
The number one request.
it's curtains for this level.
Deadly tests.
So,
That's ridiculous. How do they know for sure the tests are deadly if they could still write the suggestion?
and here's GLaDOS basically romanticizing, I love human testing, I love human testing, I hate you guys, you are worthless, please get me the humans. And I guess we'll do what she wants, but we're just gonna do it fast.
Use all the tricks you
Here, since last time Peabody made the sacrifice, this time Atlas is gonna make the sacrifice, and he's gonna go on the support beams on the floor, and is gonna able to snipe a shot into the next part of the test. It's a cute little skip. Oh, I'm stuck crouched, that's okay. And after reuniting, we're gonna make a cute little jump over here. And finish off this test chamber.
Lucky for you two. While I can't control the world outside of the testing courses, the reassembly machine can continue with his work. You will need him for the final track.
Awesome. Going into this next level, we're gonna do a couple of cool kind of parkour tricks. The first thing here is Valve thought it would be a really cool idea to add that light switch there. Not light switch, but light. And we're gonna use it to jump off of and skip this level. You're supposed to coat these walls with blue gel, but why do that when we can not? This next part of this level, we're gonna do another cool strat. we're going to shoot a portal right here. It's a precise portal shot because the game doesn't intend you to put it there, but once we have it there, we can do a cute little jump and end up right at the end here, circumventing a lot of the jump mechanics in this puzzle. Just like that.
I wonder if the humans will make a statue of me for rescuing them. Oh, don't worry. If they ever write an historical document of my heroic rescue,
Here's GLaDOS talking herself up.
Names are included in the footnotes.
The robot's doing actually all the work, and we're just getting included in the footnotes. Thankfully for GLaDOS this time around, she only has to write one name instead of two. How convenient.
You aren't going to get something. The bond you form during these tests will last.
Alright, Peabody here is going to set up by this button. Now this is going to come by and swoop up this cube. Barely getting it before it drops into the fizzler. Ah! Shooting a portal through there. Normally the game uses emancipation grills between levels to stop you from carrying stuff that you shouldn't have, like this cube. But since we can snipe a portal back into the level, we can very easily keep this cube with us and just skip this scary section with these pressures. It's pretty nifty, and quite fast.
Injured, dying humans. If that doesn't motivate you, I'm not sure what will.
Once we're in the elevator, we only have 3 more chambers left before we will save the humans and finish the cooperative campaign.
Maybe you two have never met humans. They are as bad as you might think. Smelly, gross, annoying. Often wanting to
So we're gonna set up a really cool fling here.
do make great test subjects.
Oh, no, oh, okay, that cube almost got yoinked off the edge, but we can hopefully barely line up right into that portal. And even though the cube is coated in gel, we can get rid of those turrets no problem and fling right to the end. Cool.
We are only 2 tests away from reaching the humans. Are you as excited as I am? Only one more test.
Only one more test. We're gonna lay down some of the speed gel here, and then Peabody is gonna go over here and man the buttons.
But if we can rescue the humans, I promise you something to add.
By crouching on the propulsion gel, we can gain a lot of speed, because speed is calculated through how much time we spend on the gel, not how much distance we travel on it, so...
In case you're worried about the humans.
And yeah, we're coming up on the last map here, so we will be ending quite soon. We do have a bit of downtime though, so if Zonorous, if you want to squeeze in some donations before the end of this round, it would be a great time.
Yeah, we got some here in the meantime. So starting out here with $10 from Anonymous with the smaller than 3. So any smaller than 3s in chat. I got $5 here from Ref NL saying $5 choo choo question mark, indicating of a $5 donation train.
Let's do it.
And that is actually working somehow. So we have $5 here from Patty2Plays saying for Zonorous. Thank you very much, Patty. All of those go towards the Mario thing, by the way. I got 2 more here, but I don't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, I will finish out the run here. We'll have some intermission time. But coming up here, Peabody's going to do a long shot, and these 2 levers are meant for 2 players, but thankfully, again, as we've already established, despite being 1 player, I am 2 players. Kind of weird, but that'll get us this red gel here. Normally, you're supposed to get some blue gel too to finish off the jump, but with some really good strafing, we can do kind of a bunny hop and clear the gap with ease. And if we get this, it will be time. If not, I'll start at the top of the level, and we have to wait like 20 more seconds for each attempt, but blue gets it no problem. And nice. So both taunt and time will be just about now time. And that's Portal 2 Solo Co-op. This is the vault where the humans are kept. We finished, we beat the game, GLaDOS has her humans, everyone's happy. But I guess I'm also happy because that's gonna end me off here at ESA. And while I'm sure everyone enjoyed the run, the work's not over till we hit 50k, so it's only just begun. Definitely enjoy the rest of the runs for the night, everybody. I know it's pretty late if you're up in the European time zone, so try to stick with us, or just put it on the background, you know, some nice soothing sounds to relax and sleep to. I guess for me, if you want to find me, twitch.tv/Msushi100. I stream Portal 2 speedruns. I also have a YouTube channel. You guys know how the internet works. You go into Google, you type the name, I trust you guys, okay? And as always, if you're not following ESA, do it. It's an awesome stream. A lot of work goes into it. There's a lot of very dedicated volunteers, hosts, runners. It's a great community. There's also a community Discord. So many links to click on if you're interested. You just have to take that incentive. If you don't want to do that now, that's okay, but it'll always be there for you. I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah, thank you very much for your run. It was pretty amazing, and for me as well, go follow this man. He deserves it. Very entertaining runs. Before we go into a quick intermission, though, I would like to read out the other 2 donations that came in here.
Yeah.
So we got 2 donations here by Focus, which is the Mega Man X7 runner later. First one is without a comment, $8, and $5 here, saying, just trying to provoke some more chaos with this bid war. Want people to work for their burn. And both of those go towards the Mega Man X donation incentive, where with the bid war between the language of Japanese and English. And with those 2 donations, Japanese is in the lead again, so if you'd like to hear that English voice lines in Mega Man X7, you, like Focus said, you better have to work for that. And yeah, with that, thank you very much for watching. We're gonna head into a quick intermission, and when we come back, we will be back with Zed and what's it called again? The Swapper. So stay tight, get some popcorn, stay hydrated. We'll be right back, guys.